Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Jess and I'm still decorating my house. I figured I would walk you guys along just what that looks like. Right now I have a lot of stuff on my desk because I finally took out the boxes and I just put everything on my desk thinking that would help me just like declutter, but it's been a lot. I got some like Amazon smart lights, which were really nice. They were only $25 for 4 of them. I was very surprised. Obviously they're like not the Philips Hue brand, but they're fine. And I also have a mess here. I'm not really sure what to do with this corner just because my closet's right there. I think this is okay, but we'll see. But the main part of today's video is I want to find 2 pieces and they're right here. I want to find something to do with this section here, and then I also want to find maybe like a bench there. I put up a little coat rack thing there, but I want to find some kind of bench there. For the section that's like right behind my door, I did find a couple of options. So I found or thought about maybe like a smaller table with a big mirror over it. Thought that could be really pretty. Or I thought, what if I had some kind of like rattan shelf? And I did put together a couple of images. They're really bad. I'll put them up here. They're really bad because they're very quick, but they at least give the vibe of what it is that I'm going for. And I also found a rug that I think might work to make this space feel a little bit warmer instead of so many cool tones with the cool floor and the cool couch and the cool mirror. And then I also found there's a lot of these rattan shelves on Etsy, and unfortunately a bunch of them are actually from Ukraine, and so they're just not shipping right now, which is completely understandable, but I just don't know why I can't find them literally anywhere else besides Etsy. And I found one on World Market that I really liked. I found one on Urban too, and it was cute, but it wasn't the same. I don't know, I didn't like it as much. And I found one at World Market and I thought it was really pretty. So I think I'm gonna order it today. I'm gonna put up a picture here of what that looks like. I think I'm gonna order that today. It should be coming within like a week or so. So hopefully I get that soon and can kind of like change up what that area looks like in my house, because I feel like it's just a space where clutter lives. This has to actually go in my garage again, but aside from that, it's just like there's just so much clutter there and I feel like it could be so much better. I also did decide to return the big TV. I just have the small one for now. I think I decided that I'd like to put up some pictures and things like that there and then kind of see what TV fits the best in this space. I don't know, I just don't want my whole house to be solely a TV, if that makes any sense. I want there to be more. So that's sort of where I'm at. I'm hoping that the World Market rattan shelf looks nice and that it matches with this piece of furniture, because I'm in love with this thing and I just really want something to work with it. So I'm gonna place that order now, and then hopefully that comes within the next couple of days. I don't know if it comes as like a solid piece or if I have to build anything. For the bench, I've been looking everywhere. I'm not really finding what I want, so I might try to DIY something. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure yet. Okay, recent development. I don't know why I look so washed out. Maybe it will fix in a second, but I already made my order at World Market, and then I got an email saying that I got an additional 15% off. So I tried calling and seeing if I could use it. They said they couldn't apply the coupon and I could not cancel my order. So now I have 2 coming in and I'm gonna have to return one of them, hoping that I like the color of it and everything. I'm just a little worried that it's gonna be too dark for some of the other pieces that I have, but I think it'll be fine. And then I actually had a couple of different benches that I was interested in, mostly from Target, but there were just a few, and one of them has been out of stock for a while, mostly because it's the cutest one and it's the cheapest. It's only $100. I was torn between 2 of them and I did want to DIY something for myself, but I think I'm gonna order the bench, and if I decide that I don't like it, then I'll DIY something, and if I do like it, then I'll just keep it, just because I don't know, eventually it would be nice to DIY something, but I do want something in that space because it looks really awkward and it's where I tend to put a lot of boxes, and I want it to be a space where people can like put on their shoes, take off their coats, put down their purses, whatever, and feel like they're being welcomed into the house. So that's sort of where I'm at on that. I think I'm done with the shopping for today. I am eyeing some rugs though, and so I'm gonna just keep thinking about it, keep trying to figure out like what color I feel like makes the most amount of sense. I do want a rug in my room and in there, and ideally speaking, I think it would be really great to have the same one in both. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm gonna pause on the shopping because I get too excited and then I buy things that I don't actually need or want. So just wanted to update you guys. Okay, here is today's project. Basically, the situation is that I needed to be able to use my desk in order to work properly. And what that meant was that everything got put on the floor. So now I have this whole situation. And I don't really have that much storage in terms of like what can go on my desk, just because my desk is not the largest and I already have a lot happening here. That also needs to be cleaned desperately. But I do have an under storage bin because I don't want to get rid of everything necessarily. I have things like extra checks and like random like photo paper that I think could be fun for projects in the future and I don't necessarily want to throw away, but I also don't need them per se. So I am going to kind of figure out what it is that I want on my desk versus what I want in the under storage bin. So I'm gonna start doing this. I have about an hour before I need to start work and I figured why not make it a productive hour. Okay, I have so much more stuff than I realized I had. I am kind of sitting in the middle of it. I tried to take off everything that I'm unsure of from my desk. So for example, even I have this, it's actually from IKEA. It's like supposed to be a utensil holder, but I use it as a pen holder and I have way too many pens. Who's messaging me this early? Anyway, sorry, I got distracted about work, but I do use this for my pens, but I don't need this many pens on a constant basis. So I do want to make sure that I can reduce that. I have a bunch of like extra books and I don't know, just like notebooks and stuff that, I don't know about you guys, but it's really hard for me to part with notebooks, especially because I write a lot about like what I did that day and like I include pieces of, what's it called? Like pamphlets from things, just like random stuff. So it's really hard for me to part with those things, but also like I don't need them all the time. So I just feel very conflicted about like what to do with that type of stuff. This is my travel journal. I'm 100% not getting rid of this. This is what I mean. Like this is how I like to fill out my journals where, and I want to go through this with you guys one day. I wonder if you guys would find that interesting. I started flagging some of the things that are interesting or funny or whatever from my big long trip, but I also like on the outside taped a bunch of stuff to it just so that I could like have memories of a really important trip in my life. So that's a thought. I just found a box of, I don't know what the box actually is, but it's all a bunch of family photos. But on the top, there's this photo, and I'm not going to show you guys the actual photo, but it's from an old, I'm literally covering the entire photo. You guys can't see it. It's a Christmas card from an old manager, and it says like all of this stuff, and then it says, to this day I still get reminders on my calendar from you reminding me to do things like sweeps and check audits. Makes me smile every time, like somehow you're still here with me. Stay awesome. And that just like warmed my heart a little bit. I loved that job so much. It was like one of my first like big girl jobs, and I just absolutely loved it. So I'm gonna put the box of photos in here. I do want to come back to that just because I want to put some of those photos in some photo frames, but I don't need them on the daily either. So I think I'm just gonna leave them in there. Okay, apparently there's an SOS situation happening at work, so I have to go take care of that. But in the meantime, I have actually packed up this stuff into this like neat little section, which is really great. This is all like notebooks I'm deciding on. I definitely have to go through that. Those are like important documents that like, I don't even know what's in there, so how important is it? And then this is what I still have to go through, and I have to go through that box as well. I think just to clean things up, I'm gonna put everything in that box, and I will take care of that after work today. Okay, I just was on my lunch break, and instead of fixing up this room like I needed to, I actually went back over to Target and I got a few things for pickup that I had ordered online, and I want to show you guys what I got. First off, I got this mirror. Excuse the mess, but I think this is a really cool mirror. Obviously, it's not gonna have the cardboard behind it. I just unboxed it so you guys could see it, but I just think it's so pretty, and I think it will look really cool maybe in one of like the entryway areas or like above the TV or something like that. Aside from that, let me well, speaking of TVs, this TV I just feel like is a little small. I actually got that bigger TV. It was a 50-inch and it just felt like so overwhelming. I think it could have worked, but I don't know. I just don't want my whole living room to be a TV, considering the fact that my living room is so small. So I picked up a 43-inch TV. This one was just recently on sale for $289, so I felt like that's the best price I've seen it at so far. So I'm gonna try it out. It has 30-day returns, obviously, so going to see how that fits in that space, but I'll probably do that after work because I have boxes everywhere. Like, I just don't feel like having more boxes. And then let me do a little unboxing of the other things I got, because I'm actually really excited about these. So first off, I got this little frame. It's just a little 4x4. P is probably gonna wanna sniff everything. I actually have a photo in mind for this, which is really goofy. I'm gonna put it up here so you guys can see it. I just think it's such a funny photo. I don't know if I will actually execute on that, but how funny would it be to have like a cute little setup and then just like this goofy photo. I have 2 more frames coming actually, but I got this one too as pickup. The other 2 were online only, but I thought this one was really pretty, and another like just natural kind of tone that would go well with the house. I went into the dollar bin section and they had this, which is like for your bath. So this is a spot for like a plate or a glass or whatever. This is for a wine glass, and then this is for your phone. So you just put it down in your bathtub and you can like chill, which is exactly part of the reason why I went to Target, because I got a bath bomb, which I was really excited about. This was like $5, which I'm so surprised that bath bombs are that expensive. I thought you used to be able to get like a whole tub of them for 10, but a tub was $20 and this was 5. So inflation is real. And I also got some mold and mildew remover with bleach, which is so great. I actually got this because there's like a lip in my bathtub and I feel like it hasn't been cleaned in a while, because when you're standing you can't see it, but if you're sitting you can. Just kind of grosses me out, and so I would like to clean it before I take a bath. This was also in the dollar bin, which is no longer dollar bin. It's a makeup organizer. It was only $3. It has 2 shelves. It's like this compartmentalized type shelf, and then I think underneath it's just like a bigger section. This morning, actually, I don't really wear makeup that often, but this morning I did put on some makeup and everything was in a bag and I just felt like I couldn't get to anything. Yeah, so I felt like I couldn't get to anything, so I thought maybe, oh, it's also compartmentalized but larger. So I don't know, I just thought that this being in the drawer maybe could help. I don't really have space on the vanity just to keep everything out so I can actually see it. And then last but not least, these are definitely not my taste at all, but I could not pass them up because they were only $1 each. I got 2 sets of magnets. I really absolutely do not like animal print anything, but they were the only magnets that were not like cacti or puffballs or whatever, which I also don't really like. They just were the most plain that they had. I just wanted regular old magnets and they just don't have that anymore. So that's everything I got from Target. I'm going to work a little bit more and hang out with P. Probably clean my tub as well, and then I will get back to organizing that section of my room. I just really have not been feeling like doing it. So obviously I've been doing everything else except for that. Okay, this is what we're working with so far. It's definitely bigger. Who's calling me? Scam likely. It's definitely bigger. I'm just setting everything up right now. I'm not sure how I feel about it being so big. I think I'm just conditioned to the other one. I cannot believe that I was gonna try to keep a 50-inch. And also, this is bothering me so much. There's the tiniest, can you see that? The tiniest piece of plastic stuck in there. And I was using this X-Acto knife to try to get it out, but I got so scared I was gonna ruin the TV. So that's that journey. But so far, I mean, I think this is definitely a much better look. I just have to figure out where do I put my records, because they used to go literally right there. So that's one thing. I think maybe I wanted them displayed, but I think maybe they'll have to go inside one of these. So that's what I have so far. I'm just getting everything set up, like I said. I'm also in the process of bleaching the tub, so it just smells like bleach in my house. So I think I'm going to rinse that out real quick so that that's not doing anything. And honestly, I just wish that this little tiny piece of plastic would go away. Maybe if I'm really gentle later. See, this is something that I do. I start to pick at something and then I mess it up because I go too fast. So I'm gonna take care of that later. And for right now, I'm going to get everything on this TV set up. I'm going to fix up the tub. Maybe tonight I'll be able to actually take a bath. That's all I've been wanting to do since I moved in here. And I'm really excited that it will be clean enough to be able to do that. Brief intermission to show you guys that this is how P likes to sit on the couch. He just chills and looks out the window like that. I'm trying to get an angle so that it doesn't just completely get backlit, but that's his new position. He just likes to sit there like that. I feel like he looks like a cat. Okay, I want to show you guys what it looks like in here now. My voice is going. Here is the room. I still have a few things here. So this is actually stuff that I am keeping, and then this is all donation stuff. And then I have my desk here. That needs to go up there, I think, but this is just what the desk is looking like for now. But I cleaned the entire floor. I'm actually really excited about this. I have a whole bucket of things under there that I don't use that often. And that was a majority of what was on the floor. I just like cleaned it up and threw away what I didn't need or donated the other stuff. And then P's little box. And I also cleaned up in here. I'm thinking of putting that ottoman in the garage just to like open up the space a little bit. And I'm obviously going to be getting a carpet, but I'm waiting because the one that I want is not in stock until April 7th. So I have to wait about a month to even order that. And then over here, I don't really know where that will go. And I also want to hang this up somewhere, but I just don't know. I think somewhere along here, but I just don't know what that's gonna look like yet. And I don't want to put holes in the wall if I'm not sure. And then this is where I'm gonna put a little bench there. That should be coming this week. And that is like the main source of like what needs to be handled. And then in here, I have to still put together this chair. Just haven't had a need to do it quite yet, but this is that whole section. And then this whole section, which I feel like has been the most put together this whole time. So that is what the house is looking like for now. I'm just really excited for it to all be clean finally. And I am now kind of getting more into like the decoration mode. I have places like in this space, I just need to like figure out where a lot of this stuff goes. I feel like that's like the majority of it, is that I'm still figuring out the flow of this place and like where everything belongs. And then I'm really excited to figure out what like wall decorations I'm going to be putting up. I only put up this one for now because I knew that that one was going to go there, if that makes sense. It's not the sturdiest, but it's the first wall decoration officially, so. Oh, and then the other thing that I did do is I kept the TV here. I actually really like it. And then the small TV I put here, and I thought it would be cool because then I can just watch TV in my bed at night because I can switch the input, because otherwise I was going to put it here and I just don't think that's a good idea. It's a little large for a computer monitor, but I don't know, I think it works fine. So yeah, a good way to kind of have a dual situation there. I'm just editing this vlog right now and I realized that I never ended this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. In the next one, I think I'm going to start getting actual decorations for the walls, which I'm really, really excited about. And I can't wait to show you all of the furniture pieces that came in too. So I'll go over all of that next time. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye guys.